sitting on my floor in front of the twinkle lights of the Christmas tree and getting ready for the holiday that's ahead of us. I do not have a guest with me today because I wanted to bring a special message to you. And if you are not familiar with this show, you do not know that we're going into our 4th year of episodes. We are speeding up our frequency. Long ago, I was just doing once a month, and now starting into once a week to bring to you more of these incredible examples of beautiful humans doing great work on this planet, especially right here in our local Finger Lakes region. Now, when I started the show a few years back, I simply wanted to bring more positive news to this space, because what I saw was so much doom and gloom in the mainstream news. And yet in my heart, I knew all around our community, everywhere throughout the Finger Lakes and throughout the world, there's so much beauty and there's so much goodness, and there is so much to look at and shine light on to show others the things that they can see that give hope, that give just examples of positivity and characteristics and traits that we can emulate as we move forward in our own lives. Because there's one thing that I have learned: we get more in this life of whatever it is we focus on. And so as we head into 2021, my intention is to continue to bring that kind of news, but also to really start to hone in on examples of people who truly are into values-driven living, values-driven businesses, who see the opportunity to create a better future for our children, for this planet, for our community. Over recent weeks, I released a series of podcasts that had been recorded months ago, before I truly lost my voice in the busyness of this year. And through those episodes, a bit of a story emerged, a story about what it means to come back to ourselves, to care for ourselves, to take some of the great lessons that this year has given us that maybe have been wrapped in sandpaper, but are gifts nonetheless. The gift to pivot, the gift to really focus on the things that matter most to us in our lives, to focus on our health and wellness, to look at examples of what the future can offer us with women like Morgan Wright, who are young and finding their way amid the wild times we find ourselves in, and are shining examples of what the future will bring us. So today, as I opened up one of my favorite books, Journey to the Heart with Melody Beattie, there's a daily message, and I wanted to read it to you because it really spoke to me. Stay with me here. Discover common bonds. So many people have lost their families, the man said to me. I have, but I'm beginning to discover that I'm part of a larger family too. I'm beginning to see my connections to people all over the world. We all have people we love deeply and dearly, those people we call our family. We have blood ties, genetic ties, long-term relationships with the people in our life. But as we open our hearts, we'll discover a larger family too. We have a kinship with those we've never met, even if they live in other cultures. We share many of the same emotional responses to the experiences in our lives, even though our journeys may be taking place on different parts of the planet. If we study history, we will see our connection to those who have lived before. The hardships they experienced, the lessons they had to face, were similar in many ways to those we face today. Lessons repeat themselves. The ones that are true seem to last. That's why they're called universal truths. What are you going through in your life right now? Don't feel you're the only one. Open your eyes. Open your heart to your connections with a larger family. Let them share their stories with you. Let them share their strengths, hopes, fears, and joys. Stop looking for what's different and what makes you separate and apart. Go on adventures of discovering your common bonds. You're not alone. We're in this together. That's why it's called universal love. So my friends, for those of you who have stuck around on this journey with me and have been part of my family through Finger Lakes One, through our local community, you know that I am not native to the Finger Lakes. I grew up in Buffalo, New York, and I have made my home here. But more important than anything, I will continue to use this space to grow my family, our family, and continue to shine a light on all of the beauty and all of the goodness that there is here in our area and throughout the world. So thank you so much for being part of it. And I look forward to the coming days of 2021. I do have one last episode before we arrive, so stay tuned for that. And I am so grateful for you. If you're heading into Christmas, Merry Christmas this week, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.